Hello everyone. Welcome to first series and video of the channel. And yeah, I'm Survivalist. How are you doing? In first episode, everything will be on Subnautica. We'll be playing this and other survival games throughout the months, years. But yeah, welcome. And yeah, we launched that ship called the Aurora. It failed. It crashed. And yeah, we're just going to be starting a new playthrough. Now, Subnautica, I beat it once, and I really enjoyed the game. It's nice. It's a nice, slow-paced game, and you can either focus on the objective or just, go build around. And that's basically what I did both during the first playthrough, but without recording. And this game, it's made by Unknown Entertainment, a company that's really good at doing what they're doing. And, I like their games so far. I really do like their games. Ignore the stutter.
They have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a
And
survival
yeah,
strategy.
thanks. And for what they do, they're creating a second game for their Subnautica called Subnautica Below Zero. It's basically another version of the game, but it's cold in a different world, and the now focusing on temperature survival than what you have now. Now, what you don't know is that what I'm collecting in this game, peepers. Oh. They're one of the best foods in the game. I'm playing on survival, so everything counts. But playing on survival, you need food down there. Look at the bottom left. You need food, water, health obviously, but air. Now air is what this whole game's about. You need to get air, you need ways to get down so you can actually do stuff. And now what I'm doing, that right there will kill you. Alright, what you do is you have to collect a lot of this stuff from him, those pods, because they provide one of the most essential items in the starting game, so you can get your tool started. It's also important to collect these fish, the bladderfish. These bladderfish enable you to drink water, which is one of the essentials of the game along with food, so it's nice to stockpile them, as I have 3. But what I usually do with food and water consumption, I mainly just get 3 of each, so I have enough, because in the early game, even peepers are one of the best food in the game. So as of right now, as I crash landed, everything is failing. No power, no nothing. So yeah, we'll be here preparing it. In the fabricator, you have resources. You got your basic materials, what you have throughout the game. Now all these upgrade once you already unlocked them, so these are just the basic starters. You have the copper wire, which is 2 copper ore, which you get from the lithium, which you get from the limestone chunks, which you find around the upper surfaces above 10 meters, which is up here. Now these meters indicate how far you go down. So you can go down for, I don't know the boundary, but you can go down far. Now the battery is used in every tool you have equipped on your person. So it's a lot of batteries, but early game you can do a nice switch with the tools you have. Wiring kit. The wiring kit is one of the another essential electronics you need for a lot of the buildings you have mid to late game, because you needed to upgrade it to its advanced version. Now to get titanium is what you saw. It's a salvage. As the Aurora blew up, some of its chunks scattered, and it drops metal, titanium, which you can downgrade it to metal chunks. Titanium's 10 ingots, combined it. Silicone rubber, the creep vines. Creep vines are the kelp of the Subnautica, which you can go down and get without the knife, which you can make. And glass is with the quartz. They're, like I said, quartz. You get them from mainly underground or coral caves. Now sustenance, water. Now you can get these too. Filtered water you get from the bladderfish, which are common around the surfaces. They're they look like lungs, which I find cool. And to get this, you need bleach for this one. With bleach, you need salt. It's one of the crucial items you need if you want to preserve food. Because if you just have cooked food, they go bad and they spoil within a few minutes. But if you have cured food, it's invincible. But I don't really use the salt. I usually make it for water, so I have early game or best water so far. Because you get the best water of the game, late game.
Fabricator coats small organisms
If you want.
while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
I don't know. Now, for your personnel, you have equipment. It's the basic equipment. You can either have a floating pump, an air. Basically, you can get air through that fond of water. Just if you have pipes, which right there, all titanium. Titanium is one of your main sources of material, which you need. A fire extinguisher, self-explanatory. Med kit, self-explanatory. These two, the O2 tank and the fins, these will help you get around the water a lot faster, as you don't have any equipment on you. You need exactly what it says down there, 3 titanium and 2 rubber, and you get those throughout the way. Now the tools are one of the big key components in this game. You need a lot of them. Not a lot, but you need to conserve them all. A habitat builder, basically you can make a base with these. And as it says right here, you need your electronic components, which is under your resources. And yeah. For your flare, it's a standard flare, though it produces a little light. It distracts some predators that want to come kill you. The air bladder, it's a flotation device. It takes you to the surface when you're that low and you're running out of oxygen. A survival knife, it's a knife. You can use it to get creep vines. You can use it to get core on everything. Flashlight, it's really good if you're above 100. If you're not going down that far, but if you go down farther, it kind of sucks because you got very dense light. A repair tool, you need it for a lot of your materials, and you need it to repair your roar here. And the scanner, basically you scan everything you have around you so you can have more, you acquire data on the planet you are on. So yeah, what we need is a repair tool first. That's what we're going to need to make. We need silicone rubber, which you can go this easily. Here's the PDA. The PDA, it has your inventory. You can, so far, it's right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you have 48 slots. It needs equipment for your tank. You got your fins, you got your gloves, you got your attachments, and you got your suit and goggles, which you have on. The blueprints, they tell you what you have and what you need to make them. So right now, you have all these. So it basically tells you what you need and what they're under. Interior models, it's basically modules. These basically go inside the base you make. So you got the fabricator, radio medikit. You got the wall locker, the regular lock and aquarium that stores fish, not eggs. You got the sign so you can label the ladders. And you got the solar panel that is power. Now I'll get to that later when we actually get a base established, but it's just more power. Now you got base walls. Basically, these attach to the walls once you build them. Base bases. These are the things you can make the base. You need a foundation at first, because the foundation is crucial for what you need. It's for a lot of the buildings you need. This is a hallway, or you can make it a temporary base like I do, because you get another another piece of the building. You get another piece of the building that you can make a room, but that's if you want to get that early, and I kind of don't want to. These machines, I'll unlock these and everything, but the water locker, it's basically a lock. It's a 16 slot locker that goes in the water, and I can mostly see a lot of people litter this underwater as a quick storage. And these two, yeah, get them on the way, and I'll tell you about them when I get them. And yeah, it tells you what you need for all of these. Alright, now I need to go get creep vine so I can get a repair kit so I can repair this nighttime. What a mess. Can't see, but I have flares, which help me see which flares are in the compartment. Now let me show. Now, these two are what you got in the beginner. The med kit fabricator, it responds these first aid kits at every 5 minutes, so you gotta wait 5 minutes to get them. And this contains really good food I can get. You can get these from the Aurora or wreckages that have fallen down to the ocean floor. And well, I'm gonna use flares. This I like using the flares. Now, like I said, food can get old and everything, and salt provides them, but I don't really do that much. But for the sake of the gameplay, I will. But basically, preserving food basically makes it last longer and everything, and basically is one of the, if you want to go down far, but I usually collect nutrient bars because they're really helpful in situations. Now, we did get an A-OK starting. In Subnautica, these starting spawn locations are random, so you won't exactly have the same area, but the starting zone is different, but the map is the same overall. Just around the starting area is not. But the whole map itself is kind of the same locations and everything like that. So you can go 100 meters to get those wreckage and everything. But yeah, but we're going to be looking for creep vines and the clusters so we can demonstrate what these do. And they give out water and they give out light. It's a big light. And yeah, those things right there, that's what it gives out if in the future, if you have if you have a special type of equipment, you can make stuff out of their gas pods that come out of their body. Now, once you go down to
Oxygen.
now, if you have a certain amount of air that you're about to run out, so right now I have 30 seconds of oxygen, and the game will tell you that you're running out of oxygen if you keep staying on too long, and that's basically what you don't want to do, because you can drown, and once you drown, if you die, you lose materials that you've recently gotten. So say I got titanium and I died, I would lose that titanium because I recently picked it up. Now, the start of Subnautica, the very start, it's a slow start because you barely have anything with you, and you can either have a good spawn or bad spawn, and I got an okay spawn. I have to go far to get the creep vine, but I have an okay spawn. Now, like what they did with everything, you're on a planet that has 2 moons. You're on an alien planet that you don't know about and everything. And this game, I say it's not for the faint of heart, because it does have its creepy factors. It does have all this creepy, scary, and emotional. But this game has a huge plot and it has a huge story that really pulls me in. It really shows what developers can do with their story if people are interested, which I usually am. And those are the questions you need those to make. But the story is nice. It's a sad story for what it goes through. And the premise is you're a sole survivor of the Aurora, and you have to go through surviving. But there's a bigger story behind this, and it's what makes this exciting. There's a lot of things you can do in this game. Like I said in the beginning, you can either explore, you can build, you can do everything, you can do the story. And I do both. It's enjoyable to do both. But since we got the creep vines, we can make lubricant, or we can make the flippers out of this rubber. Which we're going to do now. Now, if you notice that before I got the creep vines, I only had bleach available. But now I have lubricant because it adds on to what you have. Now we have these, you can turn these titanium into salvage. The salvage titanium, you can get chunks. So right now I grabbed 2 so I can make 2. And once you did that, they got down to 4 titanium bulks themselves. I got 8 from those 2. And now with these you can make your standard surviving kits. These fins, they help you with movement speed, and the O2 gives you more oxygen. So I have a minute of oxygen. And right here, when it says blueprint synthesize, I can now make better oxygen tanks. I can make better oxygen tanks and everything. It adds on, so it's pretty useful in that. Repair tool is one of the main things you need, so you can repair anything. And it flashlight, so you can...
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
Now,
Detecting increased local radiation levels.
the Aurora
Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet
the Aurora is
fall.
spitting out radiation, which is spreading throughout the ocean. It's not coming over here. It's like a circle. It's like right there. You can see it. Well, not see it, but when my mouse is going, it's a nice big circle. I think, and it's nice. Now, with the repair tool, if you're playing like I do, right click is to use most of the items in the game. So if you left click won't do anything. You can hear me right click, but if you do left click, if you right click, you're using your power, you're using everything, you're using the repair tool. Now the repair tool lights,
Running full environment diagnostic
you can see that everything's
analysis
online.
results to databank.
Now one of the key things for this game that you need, you don't have to, is the radio. This gives you access to most things for the game incoming. You can either listen to your live pod or anything.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location. 999. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
Now basically, since you can hear through a microphone, I apologize for that. You can, basically it's telling you that your chances of getting saved is pretty bad because no one knows where you are, and later on you see there will be somebody who knows, but nobody knows that you're stranded. They only know that the Aurora is dead, and they don't know if there's any survivors, and well, they kind of gave up on saving you. And yeah, that's basically it. Now with the knife, like I said, you can use the knife to get stuff. You can use it to get creep vines, so you can make med kits. You can use it to break the coral, so you can get some materials.
Copper is an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just
Copper, you desperately need copper. It's one of the major things you need for surviving this game. Without copper, it's hard, man, to play this game without copper. You need it for everything. Now, I can't make anything else. I don't have the materials, but we might go out and get them. Like a battery, we do need batteries. That's one of the major things, but we don't have what we need for the battery. So, maybe go explore, see if we can find what we need. Now, as I said before, these spawns are different, but the map is the same. So if you spawn near a crowded area, the map hasn't changed, so you can find different spawn locations where you can essentially spawn at. Yeah, that's really neat for the developers did, because you can explore what is different. And there's nothing different. Oh, and those are sharks. Those guys are evil and bad. Oh, you can also move while doing this. Scanner. That's a good idea. It's a good idea to get the scanner. It gives you guys a bit of idea what the scanner does and what it helps with. Because my first playthrough of this scanner was really, really helpful because there's a lot of things I needed and I couldn't do it right away. And, yeah. Now is there salt? There's salt and good for the moment. Oh my goodness. Now I'll get to the wreckage are self-explanatory, but if you don't know, wreckages are the Aurora itself that when it got shot down by something, it scattered. The wreckages went everywhere and it kind of just went kaboom and everything's gone. Now you can look away and everything. You can let it fabricate and you can look away. It'll still go in inventory, but you gotta be this close, or you gotta be this close so you can pick it up. Now with that, we can make a power cell with credits more. And yeah, we can make the scanner. Scanner is the biggest thing in this.
The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
But yeah, like I said, it stores data, so you can scan a lot of things. You can scan mushrooms, weed. Yeah, so there's a lot of things you can scan in this game, which helps because there are a lot of things in this game that you can easily forget, and you don't kind of want to do that because you kind of need to remember a lot of things. And I mainly use use a scanner a lot, but I mainly try to use a scanner's information so I can get the chunks, as you saw as I broke with my knife. The chunks really tell you what drops from these things. Right here, limestone chunk. Scan it, and when you scan it, you can go to your data banks right here. This is the planet we're on. 4546b, that's our planet. It's mainly water and everything. And yeah, we can survive through it all. May have Leviathan, you see those later. Limestone, these basically, you can pause read it, but it basically tells that, oh, it has titanium or copper in it. And I use it a lot because I need to know which ones I need to go get. Oh, I need copper, I need this or that. And the coral, they're another thing you need a lot just because they help make some of the more important items you need. And it really helps a lot. Now you can scan these. Peeper, they're the good essential vital signs of food. The rabbit rays, which I quite enjoy the name. Oh, right there. But these are coral, but brain coral. They provide bubbles that give oxygen out, as you clearly saw. One, give out 3, so you can't really abuse it. Yeah. Now, as you saw before, you saw wreckage. Now, wreckages contain blueprints, synthetic blueprints that help you throughout the travels. Yeah, there's a stalker. Those stalkers drop teeth, which you need. Not this early, but they do drop it. Now, here's a graph trap. You can press right click or left click if you change it to synthesize it. And once you synthesize it, you need blueprints. And you get the blueprints from just scanning it more. And you get it synthesized, which turns into an actual blueprint, which you need. You don't need the grav. It helps a lot if you're trying to get food or materials. And I've seen most people use it to do that. Oh, you can also get furniture for your buildings if you want to get more aesthetic with it all. And I try not to get aesthetic. This is the way I like to play. I like to be ready. And if I'm just bored or anything, I'll make it look pretty, but I'll do it for both playthrough and everything, just to make it so it's decent looking. Like, I try to do that. I make it look decent looking for being ready for anything. And beacon, it's basically, it tells you where to go. It tells you locations like that right there. That has a beacon installed so you know where your life pod is. And I use that a lot. I don't separate from it. That's basically what my uses are for it. So I don't get lost. I built my base by it. It's an extra storage room. And yeah. Now, as you saw, I've got it synthesized, so it's in my inventory. I can easily make it right now, but if you scan it again, once you already have it scanned, you get fragments. And what those do, turn that down, 25. And basically what those do is you already synthesize it, so they turn into materials. And with the materials, what you can do with the materials is you get a lot from it. You know, that should have been a good idea. And that's what's good. If you're running out of materials and you can quickly get it through doing this. Now what you saw is when you press R, you're reloading it with your batteries. And since I have one, I can quickly swap it between 2. Since I have 2 batteries at the moment. Now as you saw, the Sea Glide, what I need. And I don't, I think, no I don't. With the Sea Glide, I need a battery and a loop. I need 3 copper, I need 3 copper. Because the battery takes the copper and 2 mushrooms. And the copper wire takes 2 copper. And like I said before, if you go on the database, you can see limestone assessed with copper and titanium resources. So you can go around into these caves and you can see. Oh, those guys are not fun, but you can scan them. Basically, they're like missiles under the ocean. I find more annoying than anything else, but sulfur plants, that's what those guys come out of, and they give out what you need for early game. And they're not that smart. They're one target priority, so they're going forever and die, which is kind of sad, but I don't need to be taking damage. Which you will, but don't need to be taking that much damage early game. Now, you can tell by these limestones, you can tell if they're copper or not. Copper, you can tell if they're a bit lighter or not. Like if it's titanium, it's a more light shade of pale than if it's not. Copper is a more orangey look to it. Nice. What? There it is. Peeper. Those I don't like. I was talking about before, these reefs, these tunnels are really good. Like this. This has copper in it due to the color. This doesn't due to the color. It's more, you can see it by the shade of it. As you see, it's not that. See? Now those right there, what you showed up in the top right hand corner, that is what your radio. Your radio has a ping that either has a message in it from either somewhere, or it tells you where some other life pods are. And gotta say, the people that got out of theirs are pretty unintelligent. They decided to throw their lives away, which that's them. They wanted to not survive. No. How many copies did we get? We got 3, right? We do 2, so we can make 1. No, you just click on him, like normally.
This is Life Pod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea line, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
Now, like the beacon on their ship is right there. You go to their ship, and you see if they're okay or not. They're not, right? Now don't take, as you saw I took 1, but I am out, but I usually use 1, as that gives out 20, 25 to 30 to 50. I don't use it a lot, as I want to conserve it. You can scan these too, and they tell you basically, oh, it's where you get iron. Iron, titanium. Ah, salt. Now, salt is, like I said, I'm going to use it for this playthrough so I can show you what it's used for. Oh, boy, I need a flashlight, which I can get, and I can make. Use these to make glass. It's a cave, coral cave. I do like these caves, they give out good things. Now, resources, they do respawn, but it's a very low respawn. So it's going to take you a while to get through them. So. Oh, don't mind that. And yeah. You got everything you need at the moment. We're going to get a flashlight, then I'm going to go look for more copper. Now also going to get more bladderfish because we do need water since we're out. Now you can get these other fish, like these boomerang fish here, but they don't give out a lot of food. They're hard to scan at times. They don't give out a lot of food, so I don't really need them that much. You can scan a lot here and yeah, tell you more information about them. Nope, no, alright. Let's go back to our life pod and we get to do stuff. Now, flashlight in this early game, it's really essential. Because you can basically have a big light source before getting any of the vehicles you get in the game. So we're just going to work with that. We do have these in here, but I'm using these for emergency in case. I'm going to make some water with salt. You can make cured food, but I'm going to tell you what you can also use them for in a bit. Get up. Alright. Now we can move this to 5. You can basically set these, and I forgot to make a flashlight, but you can equip them to your action bar. Let's make them. Let's make our flashlight. And with the flashlight, it's right there. It has its own little animation. Whoa, it's a flashlight. Basically, you're inspecting it. Whoa, it's a flashlight. It's amazing. And it is. It provides substantial light if you're this up. And the life does glow. That's what's also pretty about this game. The life itself glows. Not the rocks. Some do, but mostly it don't. And it's actually really, really good that we're right beside a coral cave, because the items do respawn on time, and we can get pretty good resources out of them. And if we can continue our way this way, we can get to it. See if we can find more copper and everything so we can make the rest of the tools. Probably going the wrong way, but I don't usually touch if I'm on it. This is the wreckage. Music is nice. It's chilling, calming, but it's, at times it can be creepy, scary. It can really tug at the heart. The developers did a really good job with the game and how they made it. Well, like I said, the creep vines, you can use your knife to grab the actual vines. And with the, you can basically make, I just collected, you can eat them for food, you can make them into bandages and whatnot. And yeah. Now here's one of the live pods that dropped from the sky, from the aurora. And I don't know why. Don't know why they decided to make this happen. But they're quite. It's weird. Nothing works. There's no power, as you see. It's all dead, but these guys decided to, hey, let's not survive, and well, that's what happened. Now I don't get why they don't, but yeah, it's really interesting to understand like why they didn't just wait. These guys, I hate them, but I also like them. I hate them because they kill me a lot because of the gas, but I like them because, again, their gas can kill things also fast. Now you can collect these coral, and we're gonna go back to our little base over there. And basically we're gonna be those peepers, they make a trail. It's going morning time. That, ooh, I can tell about that later. Or am I going the wrong way? Probably. I went too far. You're probably wondering if we lost the location of the pod or not. We didn't. It's under our beacon manager. Basically, it tells where everything is and at. So we're gonna keep the light update. We're gonna keep it on orange because I usually keep it on priority orange. Now, for a lot of these, I keep it on priority. So if I have like vehicles, I put it to yellow because of cats. Cat's construction company. And yeah, you should keep it orange just because, well, it's a base color. And it goes with red and stuff like that, and red's my favorite color, so yep. Now that we got copper, we can make our other things. We can make base, and we can't make that. We don't have silver. And silver you get from sandstone chunks. But we can make other things like bleach. We can make it. Which bleach?
It is an essential chemical used for cleaning wounds
Making
and
purified water.
purifying water.
Which you need purifying water, which you make disinfectant water, which is the second best water in the game.
And the use of water ration ahead of time will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death.
Now, for this, like I said, you do need a lot of things. So I already, I made a battery before. If not, I didn't. But I can pull a battery out of one of these, so we're going to use our repair tool because we don't need it at the moment. So we can do that. Then we go to electronics to make copper wire. And well, after that we need lubricant, which we need more of the creeper vines, so we can go get that quickly. Yeah, there's a lot here you can take in. It's nice, but it's also sad. You can see some of the wreckages. You can see what happened or not. See who got affected. We can also collect some salvage so we can have titanium. Because we need a lot of titanium throughout this game. A lot of the materials you need titanium for. And it's a lot of, basically for almost every atom in the game you need titanium. And I usually run out. Either do building or actual other materials. Here's, I think, a hooper fish. I don't know. I can't forget the name. Yeah, hoverfish, hooper. Now, if we get the chance, salt. I'll show you stalkers. Stalkers are these snake-like things you saw earlier. I explained them out. They are, again, they are mid to end game, one of the essentials. So you can get stuff out of them. 15 seconds. Now what you saw there, inside it, I got a few seconds. Now another one of the items that are most important is the vehicle bay. These help make what I just said, vehicles. And they're one of the mode of transportation in this game, as that's the definition of is vehicle bay. Now I need 3 of these blueprints so they can synthesize, as we have 2 from seeing these. And yeah, since we can make a lubricant now, now if we're lucky, and that's a big if, we can see if they drop their teeth. Now their teeth are used for... Oh, please don't attack me. I hope I don't die. They drop me. Okay, let's explain it. I'll explain what they are. The stalker teeth are used to make enameled glass. Enameled glass in this game is a highly durable glass that's used for one of your vehicles you get later on. And you get one of the vehicles. You get 2 of them from there if you want to go that far, but you get one of them from the Aurora that's in front of me. Excuse the lag spike. It's going to explode. But yeah, a lot of the, you can find these, a lot of the enameled glass you need for a lot of your buildings. Yeah. So now that we have lubricant, we can make one of the essentials. As our little Altera says, it's used. Now ingots we don't need at the moment. We don't need right away, so that's good. Now let's make Sea Glide. Sea Glide is our fast mode of transportation we use throughout the game.
Sea glide will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within
Yes,
5
Mom.
kilometers. The nearest life pod.
Yeah, that's our right there. To get the other materials, we do need to go below 100 meters. No, we need to go in caves, which is not that far. Oh, yeah. Alright. So there. Like I said, this increases our movement speed, so we can travel fast. And this light, it tells us a lot about things. Our map. Don't want that fish. This map gives us a hologram of what's there, so right now we're on the ground. It's not that useful though, you get lost pretty easily with it. As you saw there, a sulfur boy exploded. As there's one right there. We're just going to run away because we don't want it near us. Never mind, I died. I got hit by it. Yeah. Like I said, they're very early, is very slow. You don't have much to work with as your game is
Detecting some of the deposits in the low cave systems. Some
made it already.
of the marine
Yeah, but like I said, it's a very slow start to the game. You have nothing. You gotta revert to the primitive ways and remake everything. If we can find a cave, we can get in business. Because I can go in more. I can explain more. Because we do need silver to make a lot of these new things. And if we can find chunks of silver stone, we'd be good. Say silver stone, sandstone, we'd be in business. Oh, we got another transmission. Oh, we already got. Here's one of the things for people. Sea moth. What the sea moth is the very first standard material you get. It's the very first vehicle you get throughout Subnautica game. It's what I use mainly. I love using the sea moth to get everything because it's fast, it's efficient, and it's tanky. It can take a lot of damage, and you need a way to do that. Now I usually do this. I like diving into this game, pun intended too, and because playing this, we're close to that. Playing this first time, not first time, but beating it the first playthrough I've done without recording. I've kind of gotten used to things. So I can usually do daredevil dives like this and make it down. Because without a social item, an essential item, you need to actually succeed in doing dives like this. Or if you're kind of already know how to play this game like I do, you know the limits of yours and you can know how far you can go down before you can drown or anything like that. And it's basically, we continue to search around to see if we can find other parts to our sea moth or our vehicle bay so we can make the sea moth. Got 30 seconds so I can lolly around more, see if I can find things. Like over there's that, and there's that box right there that contains other materials, so let's go get some breath. Right there, that's Leviathan class creature. You won't hurt us, it's a docile, so it won't hurt us, and we can't hurt it. We can't hurt it, that's the thing. We can't hurt that thing, and we don't want to because it's peaceful. And it contains resources on its back, which comes in handy at times because we need materials. Now,
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Now what it means by that is that if we don't have a certain mask and equipment we have, we lose oxygen faster. We lose 2 seconds of oxygen if we keep going down. I hope I'm right. If not, well, you can see how much I lose. But we lose exponentially more oxygen if we don't have the right mask. And like I said, I do daredevil dive, so I usually know what air I need so we can get prepared. And we lose 3 seconds of air. Alright. 30 seconds, a minute and 30 seconds. So we have quite around 30 seconds of air left. 30 seconds of air down here. Ah, here's what we need.
30 seconds.
Sandstone chunks. These give out what we need. If we get lucky. Which we know. Oh, lead. Lead is one of the biggest things you need to. You need to collect lead and copper. They're like one of the vital things you need, and by the end game they're easy to get, but early games like this, they're hard to get. And yeah. Now we go down, we see if we can find other materials we need so we can get stuff going and started. Table. You can scan the table if you want. I'll scan it for the aesthetic looks of a lot of things. You can look inside these, see if left any chunks. Bioreactor, yeah. There's a lot of things. Turns into copper, turns into that.
30 seconds.
Anything else around here that's worth scanning before we get going to the surface? Oh, it's turning dark. Alright, let's go up. Now we do have the vehicle bay and stuff. Now you don't immediately die from drowning. You do have a few seconds of life, so you can get to the surface, but if you don't, you die. Man, you don't want to do that, because dying is bad. And you can lose a lot of progress if you die once. I know, because I've died.
100 meters. Oxygen efficiency.
Not recently, but in my single playthrough, I've died.
You have exceeded your weekly exercise quotient by 500%.
I've died being that far down, and it's not fun. You lose a lot of time, you lose a lot of things. What's in there? It's cutter wire. Cutters.
30 seconds.
That hurts. That there's a shark. Don't want to hit the self-explanatory. There's a lot of damage. And we don't have a strong suit, so we can't tank it. But yeah, this is Subnautica as we're close to the Aurora. We're trying to quickly get early game recipes. Now, I do this a lot. I do get recipes you're supposed to get once you have better equipment, but I usually don't care, because I usually know what I'm going to be accomplishing as we're trying to get these cutters without getting spotted. We might anyway, just because it's a shark. Check around more, see if we can find more places, locations, see if there's other runs. A life pod. See what's around here after we get air. Then we can dive down. I do sincerely love this game a lot. This game really helps calm me down. It basically relieves a lot of stress I have throughout the day. I can be myself, I can play around and have fun. Oh. Upgrades. Get upgrades later in the game. Nothing else here, sadly. But there is. Waste log. These you get with the drill, which you get later in the game. It's dark. Can't see much. But since we're here, we can look for sandstone chunks. So we can see if we can get silver, so we can get a base started. Ooh. Yeah, this game is really fun. It helps me a lot.
Oxygen.
Oh, need oxygen. You guys know I need oxygen to survive? Yeah, I do too. But this game really helps relieve a lot of stress. I just playing alone, having fun and everything. I really like playing it. Let's go back. We'll probably... You can scan yourself.
Vital signs normal.
Yeah, this game really helps a lot. It's more, I play other games and the people in those games really stress me out, even though it shouldn't, but it should, but it does. And playing games like this, it really relieves it because I get to do what I want, my own leisure, without being told what to do. Like, I don't directly have to go to the end game right now, because I can, but I don't want to. Cause no, I don't want to. I like working at my own pace, and it'd kind of be a short game if I did that. Yeah. That's what this whole thing's about. Lot. Yeah, water. Yeah.
Vital
Food.
signs stabilizing.
Quick food.
Vital
We need
signs
health.
stabilizing.
I would do that a lot. I will kind of spam click a lot, like spam click tab on everything. And yeah, I do rush, but I know what I'm looking at when I do that. Yeah, I may not, so I will try to slow it down. I know where this spawn is. Yeah, I do. This is really good. This is nice. We're in a good location. We're in a nice location. Alright. This location, to me, it's a god location. You have a lot of things around you that are important to you. Oh dear. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Oh. We're gonna end it here. Based of the game and everything, we've explored a lot. We've seen most things. We've seen most early games. And yeah. Welcome to the channel. This is the first game we have played through. We want to see if we can play this game to the end. And yeah. On that note. Yeah, on that note. Keep strong and keep surviving.